Listen up. Okay.
Son of
Boy.
Boy.
I was asking you.
Is there a bug in here or am I tripping? Welcome back to Reflect, Season 1, Episode 2. My name's Uzam.
I'm Jazza.
And, Jazzy, have you ever been stabbed in the back multiple times, man?
No. Actually, yes. I
Yeah?
have.
Yeah?
There's been a couple instances where I have been stabbed in the back.
Really? Yeah. Well, I guess that's today's topic, man. Fake friends.
All right.
What's your definition of fake friends?
So, a fake friend to me is someone that is like completely like deceiving.
Okay.
There's someone that only uses you when they need to use you, right? And they're just like kind of there when they need something.
Yeah.
I guess like in very simple words, that's my definition.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut up now because the viewers didn't like me babbling last time. So go ahead.
Okay, I'm 50% there with you. I feel like fake friends are someone who, talk behind your back and they're not trustworthy at all, man,
Okay.
Like you tell them to keep this a secret and the next thing you know, you go from someone that you didn't tell. And it's like, yo, like how did you hear about that, It's like there's only one way. I told so and so this and they so and so that, So I don't agree with that at all. And that's why I feel like me and you are super close because, our conversations, whatever me and you have, are private usually. And those stay between us. Like, I know those don't even get to your brother, bro. And your brother's like one of my best friends and has been for a long time.
Right.
So that's my definition of fake friends, man.
I think that's fair. Honestly, like, yeah, someone that's like completely fake, in my opinion, is like, again, like, I think talking behind someone's back is definitely like a very good quality of someone that's like fake, that doesn't value you, and doesn't value your friendships. Because, like, let me ask you a question, right? So how do you like, what is like the definition of like a friend to you, right? We're talking about fake friends, but like, what is like a definition of a friend to you? Like, who do you like? Yeah, like, yeah.
I mean, it depends on how you want me to answer that. Because a friend, well, it depends,
Okay.
Like, what type of friend are you asking? Like a best friend or just like a friend? Because
So like anyone, like someone that, like, me personally, I don't consider someone my friend unless if I can tell them everything, right? And I have like 5 friends.
okay, well then mine and your explanation for friends is two different things. Then.
What's your definition?
My friend or the for friend is like, I have a lot of friends, I just don't talk to them.
Okay.
I talk to them, like I know them, they know me.
So acquaintances.
But yeah, they don't know like everything that goes on in my life. I feel like that's like my best friends and like my boys,
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess like I have one category of friends then.
Yeah, your friends are just
Like
your
my
best
ride or
friend.
dies.
Yeah, it's just all.
Yeah, like quarter mile at a time.
Yeah, mine's
yeah.
not like that.
Okay. I mean, that's
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
You know that quarter mile of a time was from the Fast and Furious movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the see you again. Woo!
All right. That's cool.
But you said something about valuing or something. What do you mean by that? Like value?
So-
Value what?
So I guess what I meant by valuing an individual is that what I was trying to say is that when someone values your friendship, like I have like, again, like 4 or 5 friends, right? And I value them to the point where I will keep up with them here and there in order to maintain our friendship, right? It's kind of like going back to like the basic roots of things, right? Like in order to progress in anything, whether that's like going to the gym, learning a new skill, you have to maintain it, right? Because, for example, like let's take an example, right? Like you go to the gym once every like 3 weeks, right? You're gonna start from
Sounds like me actually.
Okay, you're gonna start from like ground zero every time that you go, right?
Yeah.
But if you keep going consistently, right, you'll build up a good foundation. With friends, it's sort of similar, but then it's like you need to at least keep up with them once every like 2-ish weeks, because like I'm an adult now, bro. I get busy, and I know you do too. So it's like you keep up with them.
What do you get busy with, bro? You're still jobless.
All right, bro. Continue, bro.
I mean, I guess I kind of get what you're saying, but does that does that foundation grow over time, or does it happen, like for example, me and you, I know for us it took us what 6, 7 months almost to get to where we are right now.
Not even, bro. I
I
to
think
be
it took a
to
little
be
longer, right?
to be very honest with you, I even tested the waters with you. As in, like, I told you something and I was like, okay, like, let's see where this dude gets,
Yeah,
right? And you kept it shut,
yeah,
right? And you did the same thing with me. You told
yeah,
me something, but you didn't let me you didn't let me like into your life
yeah,
110% with like the season pass,
yeah, yeah,
Like you didn't get the flash pass.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like you gave me bits and pieces of it until you were able to be like, okay, like I can fully trust
Mm-hmm.
uh this family member of mine.
Yeah,
Because bro, like let's be real, family be the most toxic out there.
especially brown families, bro.
So right, it's like I didn't know if I could trust you, if I
Yeah,
could not, and I think you
I
sort
felt
of felt
that.
the same
I
same
felt
way,
that. Yeah,
right?
I felt that because,
So
bro, like I see it even at school, bro. Like at school, I trust someone and I tell them something,
right,
and that's why like usually at school now, bro, people ask me they're like, why don't you come to these parties and stuff? It's because like this might hit you guys straight to the heart, but I don't mess with you guys. It's
right,
just I've told you guys multiple times serious things, and some it always comes back to you.
right,
It's always gonna come back to you, and you know you always you always hear it again,
right,
and it's like how did that even work if I told you something?
right,
So that's usually why I don't go to parties and do all that nonsense stuff at in high school that most kids do.
right,
I just feel like it's not worth your time and your energy,
right. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that as well.
right?
So like what are fake friends looking like in high school now? Because when I went to high school, fake friends were like basically it was talking smack behind your back, right? That's exactly what it was back in my
Mm-hmm.
day in high
Yeah.
school, right? What is it looking like for you now? Like how do you kind of spot like a fake friend? And
Well,
like what tendencies do you notice within
I
them?
mean, dude, honestly, it kind of happened over COVID.
Okay.
Freshman year, I was tight with most of the grade for sure, and I still am tight with them. It's just not the same level as I was freshman year.
Right.
And with them, it was it was cool, but over COVID, um, they would still hang out, and I understand that COVID was a big thing and people weren't going out and stuff, but they would still hang out, and when COVID started ending a little bit, they would hang out, and I'd get no invite,
Mm.
and I'm like, dude, like, you know, I. I did so much for you freshman year, and now you're just forgetting about me 2 years later or a
Right.
year later.
Right.
Like, how does that
It's
even work?
right, and I've dealt with that.
Yeah.
The thing is that it goes back to the point, bro, of like I guess like when people need something from you, they'll be
Mhm.
there for you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So like I've had numerous occasions where when people need something from me and they want something out of me, they're always there. They're on
Mhm.
top of their game.
I agree.
But as soon as they get what they need,
Mhm.
they're gone. They're
Yeah.
missing in action. And it's very unfortunate that that is how friendships are based off of now. I know so many people in school that solely base their relationships off of like, okay, like how can this person be of advantage to me during this class, during this assignment, or whatever it may be. And I think that's unfortunate. I think that's why people are out here just playing other people,
Mhm.
and that's how the world has become. That's why I guess it is so hard to make a genuine connection, because of the fact that everyone's just out here being extremely fake,
Mhm.
and pushing their own agenda.
Yeah, I totally agree. That still happens in class. Some kid will kiss up to me and be like, yo, like I'm your friend, I'll invite you everywhere. Let me just get the homework answers, right?
Right.
Give them the homework answers, don't hear anything for the next week and a half, 2 weeks until the next homework assignment comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how it goes, man. And it is pretty unfortunate that it goes like that. I
And
mean,
it's
sorry.
pretty sad to see that, man, because like, you know, high school is the last 4 years that you have with people that you've grown up with, and ruining that just because of fame, being cool is, I feel like that's useless. You're wasting 4 years of your life with the kids that you grew up with. It's all going to waste just for you to, you know, go party and hang out with girls and stuff. I feel like that's just going to waste, kind of.
Yeah. It's difficult in high school, man, because it's like
It is. It's
in
definitely
high
more
school
difficult.
you don't necessarily realize the person that you even are, right? Like if I went back to my high school days and I look at the person that I am now after college or even during college, I was a completely different person during college as I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
In high school I was just trying to find my way, trying to find my crowd, right? And after, or I would say after junior year going into senior year, I realized that everyone within Conant
Mm-hmm.
was kind of just there to be there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And considering the fact that I didn't attend high school as much as I should have, I didn't necessarily mingle with everyone there, right? Um, I guess like during my time in high school, I had like four friends that I really, really got close with.
Four?
Four.
That's a big amount, man. I
Yeah.
got like, I don't think I have, I probably have one.
Yeah. That's like super tight. I made four.
I actually don't even, he doesn't even go to my school anymore. He actually
Oh,
goes to another school.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So he doesn't go there anymore?
No, he doesn't go there
Did you guys lose touch or no?
anymore. I mean, yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
transferring schools, you obviously make new friends and you
Right.
got lost in that crowd, but
Right.
I still hit him up. We'll still go hoop sometimes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. But it's like, dude, you really realize like you want to keep a good
Circle.
circle.
I
And
agree.
I was okay with like, like how in high school and a little bit in college too, like everyone has such a big crowd and they're like, oh, like I have like, 20 friends, 30 friends, 40 friends, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, sure, they're friends, right? That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like you would consider them friends, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like I just know them,
Mhm.
right? Um, but after college, that group of 40 really dies down to maybe like 5 or 10.
Honestly, the way that I look at it is you have a group of 40, but who's really going to be there for you when you need them the most?
Right. Not a lot of people. Not a lot of
I
people.
don't even think like at least like 37 or 30, 35, 37 of them are not even going to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah. And that's why I have like 4 or 5 friends because I know if I call any single one of those friends up that they will be there in a heartbeat for me. Like literally they will be there.
I don't know
Amazon
if
is
it's
one of them.
okay. I was literally just about to say that. I don't know if one of them is me for you, but you are for me.
Yeah, you're definitely one of them for
Yeah.
me too.
So I think that's why kind of we're doing this together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay, listen, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about someone who puts on like a poker face? Like,
What is this, Lady Gaga?
Okay.
My poker face.
like, okay, like, how do I explain like poker face to you? Like someone that puts on a front, someone that puts on like I wouldn't say persona, but kind of like a facade. Someone that puts on like a front. I said
So you're
front.
saying like putting on like a fake face in front of you?
Right,
Is that what you're saying?
right,
How do I feel about that?
yeah. Because this is one of the
Why am I
qualities in
wasting?
fake friends.
Why am I wasting my time with you? That's just a waste of time.
But then, okay, yeah, I mean, I get that. Like someone who puts on like a front is definitely like a waste. Like, what would you do in order to sort of acknowledge like, okay, like this guy or this
How would I
girl?
spot them is what you're asking?
Right.
Okay. Well, my first step to that seeing if they actually hit me up when we're not in school. Are you asking in school?
Any situation, work, school,
Okay, we're just gonna take
Target,
school.
Best Buy,
What the Java?
Java.
We're gonna take this for a school example, okay?
Right.
So how I notice it personally is, first of all, telling them something, and then hearing it from another person. That's my first biggest red flag.
Okay.
It's like, how did you hear about this? Okay, that's my biggest first red flag. Second thing is, shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, is when I help them with something in school, and then they don't hit me up outside of school.
Okay.
They need me for school to pass their classes, to get their degree, and leave.
Right. Diploma.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's the only reason. Like that's my first two biggest like ways of spotting a fake person.
Okay.
Mine is also adding a lie. If they lie,
Okay.
lying about where they are, what
Right.
they're doing.
Right.
It's not like, oh, dude, I'm gonna blow up your phone if you don't tell me where you are. So, Jazzy, what are your ways of spotting a fake friend?
Inconsistency. I think that inconsistency is one of the things that like is a red flag in spotting a fake friend. Because I've had friends in the past that like were very inconsistent with their actions. And the thing is that the problem with people nowadays is that they think that on the receiving end of stuff,
Yeah.
like they just think that people are stupid.
Mhm.
And they think that people don't really pay attention to what it is, right? Nowadays, or I guess like back in the day, I used to be like, yo, like you said this to me and this was your action, and like, this was your action and you said this to me, right? Nowadays, I just let them know, like, okay, you know what? Cool. Like if you want to be that way, that's cool. That's your call. I'm just not gonna be within your energy. Ozam, you know this about me, bro. Like my energy and like my circle is like extremely like well put together. And I would say that within my circle, personally, there's not one friend that I would consider fake. Obviously, to get here, I've had to experience fake friends. I've had to experience people that were inconsistent in their words. I've also had to experience people that, just, got what they needed and dipped. And that is how I'm able to put together such a well, like, put together friend group. And the qualities that I want within, I guess, like my friends are qualities that I have. So I guess it kind of comes back to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think looking up to you as a role model, bro, I think you're the reason why, like, my friend group, again, going from freshman year was massive to having a small group, because I finally realized through you
Right.
that nobody's really going to be there for me at the end of the day except for 4 or 5 boys.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Boys. So like because you know all my friends, you can probably name all 4 of them because those are the only people that I talk about, right? How would you feel like my dynamic would be or is with them as compared to like if I were to have like just like normal like yo, hey, what's up, hello type friends?
I feel like that relationship that you have with those boys is amazing, man. That's something that I look up to. And knowing that those boys, even though they're across the state, man, knowing those boys will book a ticket if something happens to you and come right over the next day,
right,
just proves what type of group you have.
Okay, let me make this question a little bit more broad, because the second part of my question was, how do you think I would behave if I have friends that weren't necessarily like my friends, my definition of friends?
Yeah.
You've seen me in those cases.
Yeah.
So how do you think that like the viewers, people that are dealing with this, right, trying to identify their circle of true friends as compared to just having what do you think like some techniques or some, I guess, like things like do in order for them to identify good friends and identify people that are being like not fake, but people that are being like that are not long-term friends.
I got what you're saying. So I would say is really sit back and just go off the grid for a little bit.
Okay.
See how your friends react.
Okay.
See who really checks up on you.
Okay.
Because if they don't check up on you, man, I hate to break it to you, but if I have to be the one to do it, I will. They don't care about you. They really don't.
Okay.
I feel like that's the main part. Sit back, observe, see who's there for you at the end of the day.
Because even you and sorry.
No, keep going.
I was saying even you and I had instances like that. Like there was points in time within mine and Ozam's relationship where he would just be off the grid. Right, he'd be off the grid, no picking up my calls, no replying to my texts, right?
And this is even after me and you text literally every single day,
right? And
for like multiple. Sorry, I keep cutting you up.
It's fine.
Multiple weeks, like we text every single day, call each other at least once a day,
right?
And then boom, all of a sudden,
nowhere.
You're gone for 2 weeks. I'm gone for 2 weeks.
But why do you think that is?
I think that's being able to rejuvenate yourself, man.
Okay.
You spend so much negativity, or not negativity. Sorry, you spend so much energy and time and so much negativity where you get so tired of it. And I know most of high school kids right now, like the freshmen, sophomores, juniors who are watching this, they won't feel it right now. But as you get older, man, and you realize you have to balance work, school, activities, or sports and friendships, is that it gets really tiring, and you just need to, take yourself away, even from your boys, even if it is, right? Take yourself away, get back together. It's not like you're not going to pick up their phone or do any of that. Well, you might, but still, you'll still be alive. If they call you multiple times in a row, just pick up, say, what's up, I'm off the grid for a little bit, move on with your life.
But that's what I did with you. or that's what you did with me as well, right? So what Uzam ended up doing was he texted me saying that, bro, like I need some personal space and stuff, and I'm just working on myself and doing me, right? I texted him here and there. He was gone for like about 3 weeks, and I texted him here and there, and I was like, yo, bro, keep going. You got this. You got this. And he did the same thing with me when I went off the grid.
But you going off the grid, bro, is you're gone.
I'm already kind of off the grid, bro.
No response.
Yeah, I don't respond.
Until like I spam you.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Or just call him in his 12 a.m. He'll pick up. He'll cuddle up in his bed.
I actually accidentally sometimes pick up people's calls too.
Yeah,
like I'm like, yeah, what do you want? Like, what's
yeah,
up?
I know. Yeah.
So I guess like these are qualities to look for in a friend. And if these qualities don't necessarily exist in the individual that you're working with, then it's like it's hard. It's hard to sort of be friends with them, right? Because I don't know about you, Zam, but I can say this about you is that I think having quality people in your life is what makes your life very different. It makes it worth living for.
It does. It really opens your eyes up, man. It really does, because what is this? You're two of us being close?
What do you mean?
Like of us actually being close, because me and you we didn't talk for a while actually back in the day.
Right.
But now recently we just started getting close.
2 years of us being close.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Right?
Yeah,
something like that. So before I even met you, bro, like I didn't really have I had no sense of direction of where I was going. Right. I was just going with the crowd.
Right.
And I didn't realize that crowd was really toxic.
Right.
As I got closer to you, I've pulled myself away from that this is a hard word.
Toxicity.
Toxicity. There we go. I didn't realize that I was pulling myself away from that.
Right.
And I guess that really opens your eyes, man, because genuinely because of you, I would if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be still in that toxicity.
Let's do this. Ready? Toxicity.
I got it.
Toxicity, bro. Toxicity, man.
Toxicity.
Okay. Deceiving.
But yeah, anyways, man. I think dead serious, man. I think it's all because of you.
Right.
What type of person I am now.
Right.
Obviously, if I still see you in the hallways, I'll still say what's up.
I really hope you don't see me in the hallways.
No, I mean not you, like people that are watching. I'll still say what's up. But anyone from school who's really watching this, I hope you guys know that we're not close at all.
No, man. Honestly, I feel like can someone give me a tissue box because I'm about to freaking Niagara Falls out of my eyes.
I do.
Because bro, that was so sentimental and stuff, bro.
Aww, bro.
Twilight Part 2.
Honestly, bro. But yeah, that's the way that I look at it.
Okay, let me ask you a question now.
You've been asking me questions all day.
Bro,
because you want to flip it up now, or what?
I really don't want to flip it up. I don't
want
to flip it up. I want you to talk because I was bambling.
Dude, my teacher said trickle today.
Really?
I was like, hell yeah, that was in the podcast.
Did she watch it?
I don't think she did. No. Maybe next period or tomorrow in my second period, I'll tell my English teacher. I'll be like, yo, toss on Reflect on YouTube.
Yeah.
Self promo for the next 30 kids that are in that class.
I'm down. We have 30 subscribers right now. At the time of filming this, which is pretty dope.
I know. Hopefully we gained a lot, man.
We went from our first video to 30 now. And it's not a big jump to a lot of people, but to you and I, that's meaningful. Because the thing is that those are 30 quality people.
Exactly.
That genuinely want to watch us.
Literally all the comments I received on that on our last episode, amazing. I honestly, every time I scroll through those comments, it would just be a smile. Because I know that those comments were from genuine people who actually really cared about us. Right. That really meant a lot for me.
And for those who were wondering, the phrase was proof of evidence. So
it was indeed. I was right.
Yeah, it was proof of evidence.
Say you're wrong.
I was wrong.
All right, there we go.
So
now it's on film.
I was on wrong. Or I was on wrong. I was wrong.
All right, ask me the question. Let's go.
So how do you feel about someone that's always putting you down? Is that a sign of a fake friend?
It is. Indeed it is. 100% it is.
So what do you think someone that puts you down, what do you think that does to you as an individual? Because I can dig really deep into my heart about this one.
Someone who puts you down, what was the question again? Say that again, sorry.
Puts you down as in someone who puts you, makes you feel like crap all the time.
Is that a fake friend? Is that what you're asking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. that's definitely a fake friend. You know, you got to surround yourself around positivity and happiness, and that's why whenever me and Jazzy are together, I know people who are watching can say this because they've hung around us, and me and you literally, I don't think there's ever been like a time where me and you have just been sad or like mad at each other. Like I feel like every time me and you are next to each other, we're always just bringing each other up, laughing, having a great time.
Like between dynamic is what you're saying.
Just in general, like even if me and you weren't this close, I feel like we would still bring positivity into everyone's lives.
The thing is that, bro, like I think that reason why is because of the fact that like you and I just we just don't have like any like negativity around us.
We
You
really
know,
don't.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms of like the people that were around me that used to bring me down and right kind of brought
But
my insecurities to the front
mhm,
of the table,
mhm.
right? Those individuals I felt like I kind of just distanced myself with, and it was like a natural thing that just happened, and it was a mutual understanding as well. Like, okay, like we're on two different paths, right?
Okay, but what do you mean by negativity? Like, do you mean like saying hurtful things or making fun of you? Like, what do you mean by that? By
I
like they
guess
brought you negativity,
so. I guess like that, right? Like what you just said in terms of like,
making fun of you and stuff.
right,
Okay,
right.
yeah.
But the thing is that, you know what I realized, and one thing that I despise in individuals, very, very like I don't know. I just have a very strong feeling about this. Is that,
Yeah. Okay, go on.
right? You want to cut me off one more time?
No, no, no. Sorry.
We can edit this out if you need to. Is
It's a
that
podcast. Okay, it's supposed to be 100% live.
is that people that literally always try to one up you, and always are kind of always looking down at you, and they're like, oh, like okay, like you did this. I'm here. I'm here. In a way, don't you think that brings out insecurities in people? Like, oh crap, like
Yeah.
damn, like
Yeah.
like,
It does. It really does. Because
and that's not a good friend.
That's not. That's
That's a
not.
fake friend.
That's a really bad friend, actually.
Yeah.
People who are always competitive with you, it's
Mhm.
like, bro, it's life.
Right.
Relax.
Right.
After high school, you're gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. We're never gonna talk again.
I think a really good quality to look for in a friend is someone that supports you. And in a fake friend, reverse it. Someone that doesn't support you. Someone
Or someone
that.
who takes your ideas.
What do you mean?
Like for this podcast, me and you have this idea, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we had negativity around us,
Okay, let's do it. Negativity.
negativity, yeah.
There we go.
If you had this negativity around you,
Right.
people would take mine and your idea of the podcast, flip it, take it for themselves.
Right.
And then me and you would have our insecurities and be like, yo, like they already took our idea, now we just gotta one up them, and then one up them, and then one up them. It's
But
like
dude, that's so
like
toxic.
I know it's
That
so
is
wrong.
the
That's why
epitome.
I'm glad that we don't have negativity around us.
Right. Literally like the basis of having fake friends and being toxic, because
Yeah.
every time you see one another, you're gonna be like, oh, like, hey, what's up, how you doing, right? And you're
That's
gonna be
that's all cap.
that's all
I
cap,
hate all of it.
right? It's all cap,
It's all fake.
right? And you're gonna be having conversations with one another that is always trying to level up one another within that conversation. Now you have to take it back and think about it within yourself. Do you want to surround yourself with people that are always trying to stomp you down?
Yeah.
Like, you know that Mario thing, like when you're doing like the Mario Party stuff and like that one thing that you have to stomp on, right? Like the people that stomp you are the people that don't just, they're like, yeah,
It just
like
sucks.
yeah, it's horrible. And I don't like to surround myself with people like that because it's not a good feel, bro. It's super toxic, and people, those are fake people that are just there to, I guess, like make you feel like crap all the time. They're always putting you down, always bringing you your insecurities. And sometimes I've dealt with people that use my insecurity as a way for me to not be able to progress in life. Have you dealt with someone like that?
Use my insecurities to progress in life. Yes.
No, use your insecurities for you not to progress in life.
Yes.
Right. So, like, when's the time that that's happened?
Well,
I can think
I
of one
guess-
for you.
I guess it was back in this was a while ago, man. It
Right.
was like 6th grade.
Right.
I was told every single day at approximately 8:30 a.m. that I was fat.
Right.
and I was never gonna be anything.
Right. Sorry, I'm not laughing because you said you're
No,
fat.
are
I'm
you laughing
laughing.
because
No,
I'm
no.
fat?
I'm laughing
Are you
because
laughing because I'm fat?
No.
I'm going to the gym because of you.
No.
Do you want me to tell us a story that you
Stop,
called me?
they're gonna cancel me. I'm laughing because you remember the time, 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's the first thing I heard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's up, fatty?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I heard at 8:30 a.m. every single day.
that's not nice.
What was I even saying? Because you started laughing at me because I'm fat.
No, I was not laughing at you because of the
Are you
fat.
body shaming me?
No, I'm not body shaming you.
It was in sixth grade, 8:30 a.m. First thing I'd hear as soon as I walked through the door is, "What's up, fatty?"
Hmm.
And it would just be like,
That's not a good feel.
I just went home and I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, damn.
Right.
This is me. This is what I look like, and I can't do
Right.
anything about it. Because back then I couldn't go to the gym.
Right.
I couldn't control it. So that led me nowhere.
Right.
But until, sorry, you want to
No,
talk
no, no,
about?
go ahead.
But until like finally, after dealing with that for 2 years until seventh grade, Bajan, my brother, he got a gym membership, and then seventh through ninth grade, I think there's got to be like a picture of me somewhere. I went from this chubby dude to this skinny, good looking dude. You have pictures of me too that I sent
Right.
you, yeah. And I felt like that happened because I finally laid back and realized that, like sixth grade me, I've always been mature, and I finally sat back and realized that I gotta change it. It's for me, but
Right.
I can't let these people use my insecurities for me to not.
Progress in life.
Yeah.
And that is it's such a toxic trait to have. Because think about it this way, right? Sixth grade you, right? If I came up to you every single day in sixth grade you're fat, bro, and I just kept telling you, I just kept hammering that into your mind. It would take you to a place where you could either build fuel and
But bro, you have
fire yourself.
You have to realize that that's sixth grade me.
Exactly.
No
That's
sixth
exactly what I was
grader is
gonna
gonna be like, oh, he called me fat. I'm gonna go lift at the gym for 4.5
Right,
hours.
right.
That's not happening, bro.
Right, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it could either be used to fuel your fire and go, or you could allow it to hammer you down and just ruin you mentally. But again, to your point, at sixth grade, you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You just have to deal with it.
Yeah,
Right. You
exactly.
just have. Damn, bro.
Look at that chemistry.
Bro, call us iCloud. We synced up.
Absolutely. All right, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely if you're dude like one of those people who goes up to people and just brings negativity in their life, bro. What are you doing? You're wasting time.
Now let me ask you. That's true. That is also very true. Let me ask you another question. How do you view people that talk so much about you negatively? Negatively. Okay, we're even.
Yeah.
In a
You want to do it?
No.
Negatively.
In a negative manner. I guess that influences other people's opinion about you, right? And then people turn against you. So let me.
What are you asking?
Okay, so let me rephrase that. So when people talk about you in a negative manner to other people, right? Now what happens there, right? That influences.
Well, that puts a bad picture for you.
Right, it does. Right, it does.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, let's say the people that you're talking to, that is receiving this information, they're just kind of just rolling with the flow, right? Now, I don't like people like that talk negative about you to them, because what does that do? That influences other people's opinion about you. It turns people against you. And I think this goes back to the aspect of talking
negatively behind people.
Right. Talking poorly behind an individual's back whom you consider a friend. And what do you think, like, how does that work? Like, would you keep a person like that in your life? Like, think that you would cut them out? How would you tackle that situation? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people at home that are dealing with someone that is talking behind your back. You just don't know what to do with it.
Let's kind of rephrase this, because you just kind of went on for like 30 seconds. I have like a clue of what you're saying, but just kind of say it again with the question.
My question is, how do you, like, what techniques would you use for an individual, or tell an individual that friend circle has decreased from 30 to like maybe 20 or 15,
Mm-hmm.
what would you tell them to do in order to cope with that? Because in high school and college, as you know, the circle does tend
Mm-hmm.
to decrease,
Yeah.
right?
Well, first thing I'd start off by saying is everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Okay. I live by that saying. Everything happens for a reason, and you know, if your friend group goes from 40 to 30 to 15 or whatever it is,
Right.
just know that, you know, if you really had a good relationship with those people, they'll still text you and make sure to check up on you here and there.
They'll still be around.
They'll still be around.
Right.
And, you know, if you never hear from them again, at least it's nice knowing that you won't have that negativity in your life anymore.
Right. And I think that's a really good point, because after high school and college, you get to filter out who's actually true to you and who's actually not. And I think it's tough in the moment to realize that, but long term, it's definitely a blessing, because those are the people that will want to carry into the next stages of your life, whether that's marriage, whether that's raising a family, whether that's just being single and having a tight group of friends, having the correct people, and kind of filtering out who's important, who's not, who values you and who you value, is definitely important.
Yeah, man. That was a really good. I think.
I think that was a solid podcast.
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, you guys got some key points from this, and to all the freshmen that are watching this from school, you know, if you ever, I'll always be there for you guys, and if you need help in school or anything, I'll always be there.
Right, and I think that's important. Just having someone to talk to, at least one person genuine to talk to, is super important in your life.
And one person giving you an actual response, whether it's straight to the heart or whatever hurts your feelings or whatever. But I feel like that's a really important person to have in your life.
Right, and I think that person for me is Azam.
Give me a hug, bro. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoy this podcast. We enjoyed it for sure. I did. Did you?
Right, I enjoyed it too.
I did. So just make sure you guys keep watching, reflecting, and growing. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace.
Take care, guys. I'm so glad that you're not a fake friend of Zam.
It's because I'm cordial, bro.
Yeah? Bro, this is why DJ Khaled wrote the song No New Friends. It's because he probably dealt with fake friends, bro.
Can't do this anymore, Jesse.
Bye!